So yeah, we're gonna continue with our little kitty over here. I was pretty much done with the suit. I think when I'm going to be adding poly paint closer to the end, I might actually maybe revisit like a few things on the suit, but I think that so far it's going to be fine, especially that it's the kind of project I didn't want to spend like too much like time like revisiting and rethinking. Just wanted to go ahead with it. So yeah, we'll see. But I'm thinking, I'm pretty happy with that. I might try one thing. Let's see if we can actually do that easily. There's just like a thickness under the ab ear that like I find a bit too constant. I just want to break it off a little bit. Maybe even close it. Yep, there we go. That's better. What were those two layers here? Okay, that was kind of like part of the polish, and this is the details. Alright, I'll already bake that layer in like this. Cool, alright. Awesome. I have an interview in a couple of hours. I am really nervous about it, especially because English is not my first language. Yeah, well, I mean, I think the first thing that you need to do is to let them know this right away in your interview. Just let them know they're probably gonna ask you like how you are. Like it's courtesy of asking that, and you just say like I'm very happy. I'm very excited about this opportunity. At the same time, I'm really nervous because English is not my first language, but I hope we're gonna have a great conversation. You can always just be honest about it, and honestly, I find, at least for myself, that being honest with how you feel about things is often well regarded, especially in a setting that is like about knowing someone or like about being human, right? Like sometimes like things are very like corporate, like for sure, but this is not like a job interview is not like a corporate moment. Like they want to see like the human behind the art. So just be honest, and good luck. All right, so I think we're gonna start with the head, neck, and then I'm gonna take care of the arms. Probably finish them in a organic fashion. We'll see. The head is going to be organic for sure. Or maybe like the back here, I'm gonna have to consider maybe having like this like thing, have some like plugs and wires in the head. since like he's kind of like controlling it with his head. Or maybe I'm putting a little cap on his head. Kind of like a skull cap. Kind of like want to actually be able to use the head though, because I want to put like all those like nice wrinkles that the Sphinx cats have. At some point I even thought of maybe having like the having like the brain visible. That's very 80s. Because the way all the wrinkles are on his head, or will be once I'm sculpting them, already looks like brains, so come on. And that really looks like the Peter Gunn song. Is it Peter Gunn? I'm finally painting the Lancer Wacom pen holder I got ages ago. Looks great. Having some trouble with figuring out what material all the fabric should be. Just making it worn leather. Well, it's mostly like synthetic. It's not supposed to be any leather. Well, I mean, the way I imagined it, it's just like synthetic materials, basically. But I mean, you do what you want, of course. That's the beauty of painting it yourself. Hey Marco, hey everyone, hey Talden. Thanks, that's helpful. Synthetic fabric material is easier to render. Ooh, I bet it is. And I can't wait to hear, to learn how to paint myself. We're gonna have a bunch of renovation at my house for quite a long time. But when it's done, I'm going to actually have a full legit basement. I'm actually going to transform it into like a workstation and everything. I already got all the equipment to paint. Actually, I'm just waiting to get the spot, the place to work. Technically, I could work in my my office, but I'm really hoping to have like a comfortable area, like a full-on workbench and everything. I just realized I should have done something different. Oh. Can I turn back? Let's try something. Hey Marco, do you have any advice for junior character artists looking for a first job, asking for a friend? Yeah, the usual advice. I'd say put in your portfolio around 70% of like what you actually want to do, and keep like a 30% for like stuff that you think the industry is looking for, something more typical, let's say. But if you want to get the job that you want, always make sure to put forward the things that you love to do first. That mesh is reversed. Oh, no. What is happening here? Okay. Polygastal. Hey Marco, good to see you. Hey! The Gruber, hello, how are you? I'm fine, doing good. W Lub, hi. First time chat, hello. Yeah. Well, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody is doing well. Let's load up the alphas. That's some epic music right there, eh? Jesus Christ, where's that? Where is that alpha? Am I blind? Okay, wow. We're gonna need some Dynamesh on this one because we kind of like have to reshape a bit the object. I know already I'm gonna create like stretches and everything, so might as well go in Dynamesh right now. Let's use clay to kind of like bevel this this mesh a bit. I'm gonna read the chat soon. Oh, those things are in the way after all of the way of the design. little bit more resolution. Thank you. Alright. Thanks for the follow, by the way. I heard the little jingle. Alright, almost done with that. Alright, that's something. That gives me an idea. Where are those? Where are those IMMs? I'm pretty sure I left them somewhere around here. It's like a new kit of IMM that has a few cool little shapes in there. With this one? I don't think it's this one, but I actually found something here. Alright. I did it just a bit too fast. And there's a lot of Big Bang music in that playlist. Alright, I think that's good. I think that's going to be okay. Thanks for the follow, by the way. Okay, I think I can consider it done for the back of the head now. Let's do some fun stuff. Let's take care of the head. First of all, I just want to see if I missed anything here. Robot voice, robot voice. So the question about Gabo, the question about retopo, it's I just do it in like max with like polydraw my retopo, nothing really special. It's really just like the usual, the classic. Hey, Kevin, you missed the voice now? Okay, is that a... Okay, this is a subdivided head already, so I can just keep subdividing. I think I'll give it this amount of subdivision. Should be good. There we go. I could also like merge it with the neck. Actually, you know what? I think I'll take a second and I'll do that. Do any good places or people to get professional feedback from for my sculpting? Maybe some Discord channel or anything like that. Well, I mean, you can always post it on our Discord channel, and the users on the thing might actually give feedback. I've not really been able to give feedback on it lately because, like I said earlier, things are pretty freaking busy over here. But I don't know. I think it's really those communities that are probably like your best pick. I don't know if there's like people that do it like for a living. Let's say that if I stopped everything and I was just by myself doing my own stuff, like I would consider it, but yeah, unfortunately. Alright, that should be enough of a good projection. So this way I'll have the neck and the head together. I'll just smooth it out a little bit, then I'll make sure that I have a satisfying resolution, and I'll start adding layers and doing some tests. Alright, that should be good. Oh, wait. Oh, the resolution is... Oh, you know what? I'll put it one level higher. There we go. Alright, let's do this. Been sculpting along to your uploaded videos. At the end, I see had one too many beers. Great fun though. Yeah, I don't drink as much. Actually, I kind of like. Yeah, I don't drink as much as I used to. Also, I decided to do them during the day now just to reach a little bit more people. You might be there already, but Flip Normal is a good place. Alright. Oh yeah, by the way, if my tests work, I might actually have a little surprise for people in a somewhat near future. A little teasing over here. What's the surprise? I'm not telling you what's the surprise. Pistol Pete, bon après-midi mon beau brun. Hey, t'es fin toi. T'es tellement... T'es blood. Pete est blood. I wish Henning and Morton would rip my work apart. Bloody F, bruh. So yeah, I'm just revisiting some things on the head that I've noticed since the last time that I sculpted it. Just seeing if it's going to make a difference in the Alright, I'm starting to get like more of the expression that I wanted to get from him, so that's good. Plus, like, revisited like this like eye socket, like the bone of the eye socket as well. I kind of like noticed that there was something a bit like off with it. Oh yeah, by the way, if people have Netflix, I actually have a recommendation of something to watch. It's funny because it's my friend Pistol Pete here that actually recommended me this. It's kind of like weird. I have a hard time with that word today for some reason. So yeah, it's just like I've been really like shook again by rewatching it, and it just came out on Netflix. It wasn't even there before. It was actually it's a Quebecer show, a French Canadian show that was just available on like the website of the TV station for the show, but now it's on Netflix. It's called 192. So 192, but there's a dash between 19 and 2, so 19-2. It's a police thriller. Of course, for people that don't speak French, you'll have to probably watch it with subtitles. But man, it's good. It's good. I just finished watching it last week again, or like this weekend, and oh boy. It's a heavy one. It is a heavy one, but a good one. I'll keep the layers so I can actually have the before and after. My girlfriend had the most freakish reaction when one of the main events occurred in that show. Hashtag no spoiler. I can think of a few. Man, it's hard to understand how those freaking ears are done. I'm not sure how much I want to spend time making it like anatomically accurate. No? Very good show is also Severance. Yeah, I know. I want to watch Severance. It's just I think it's on Apple TV and I don't have it. I've been yeah, I really want to watch Severance. I wonder if maybe you can buy it on like on Google Play or something. I'd love to watch that show. I've also watched White Lotus recently. That was pretty good as well. It's like kind of like mundane but extreme at the same time. It's very interesting. It's very interesting how in this show, it's like it's hard to really fully demonize somebody, and like everybody like are like assholes, like at some point in the show, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good how it's made. You can get a 7-day trial and binge it. Yeah, I could, for sure. There's also Ted Lasso that's on Apple TV. I think it's on Apple TV, right? Yeah, I think there's also like Ted Lasso on Apple TV. That's good. Loved both seasons of White Lotus. Yeah, that's was very good. I'm definitely watching any other season that they come out with. And I think just before watching White Lotus, I did also watch The Last of Us, the TV series, and that also was pretty fucking good. It's like, I mean, I played the game, right? So it's not like if there was like any like surprises necessarily, but it was a pretty good show. Pretty good show. I think I preferred the show over the game in terms of presenting the story and everything. The one point is that I feel that like in the game, since it took longer to play than to watch, it kind of like, plus it makes you interact with Ellie, like it does make you even like care more for the characters, I find. But in terms of presenting the story and everything, I really thought that the show was very good at that. I think my favorite episode was the one with Bill, Billy, whatever, Bill and Frank. Man, that was, oh my god, that was such a touching episode. Man. It was so good, so good. And I really like how they actually changed the like they changed the character a bit, or they changed like the event, or put meat around the bone and stuff. Well, I mean, they did change a few things, right? No spoiler, but a few key elements of it. Man, yeah, that was good. It was so good. Plus, I love Nick Offerman, so that was great. Plus, like, Frank is like one of the characters in White Lotus, so that I found funny to see him like in 2 shows in a row. So yeah, no, all in all, pretty good show. I was really happy to watch it. And it's like, me personally, I kind of like have a problem with the video game, with the Last of Us video game, and I knew that I would not have this problem with the show. It's that I kind of like disagree with Joel's decision at the end, and in the game they kind of like make you play it. Like, I'm trying to go no spoilers, but they make you play his decision, and I really didn't like that because I objected to his decision. But in the show, it's like it's you're just witnessing somebody doing something, right? You're not really taking part of it because you're not controlling the character. So it was like easier for me to be like, all right, that's cool. I enjoy this. But yeah, and that's the whole, like, that's really like the one negative thing that I have to say about the game, to be honest. It's really just that, like, I really wish that, like, for something as intense as that, for the end of the game, that they would have given me like the choice or not, or just put it in a cinematic. But to like force you to play through that, I was like, no, I don't think that I agree. I think that's kind of like a full part. Like, they could have just like made that like any of your decision branch to the same result at the end, but or if they really don't want any other way that like it could have happened for like the meaning of things and blah blah blah. Well, yeah, just have it like just have it being played in the cinematic that you cannot control, basically. I don't know. And I feel like they kind of like repeated that mistake again in Last of Us 2. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's particular. I just realized there's one thing that I didn't do correctly in the ear. Well, one thing. It's not like the rest is perfect, no, but we still got a couple of episodes of The Last of Us to finish. Oh, they're good. They're pretty good. Good stuff to come. Right in front of every episode of The Last of Us. Oh yeah, there's like some crazy hardcore episodes. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. I had a hard time as well. Making you do something you don't want to do is actually one of the strengths of The Last of Us game, in my opinion. Well, you see, I don't agree with that, because the character has a choice, and the fact that they like don't let you have this choice, I find it like very disconnecting from, like, it's like if life does not give you a choice and you have to go to roll with the punches, it's okay. I am fine with this idea, but like it's like it's not about doing things when you don't have a choice. Like the character had a choice, and but they're not giving you the choice. So it's like, okay, they're that's the thing that's for me. That's a problem. That's a disconnection. But it's no, I know it's completely intentional. It's just I maybe at the end it's just a question of taste, eh? But I don't know. I don't agree with doing that. I like, for example, like the game Walking Dead, the one by Telltales, like it always ends up being like the same thing or the same ending basically, right? But they do give you the choices to do things, and even if it ends up being all the thing in the end, it's kind of like it gives you a lot of like agency over the choices you made, and it really connects you to the choices that you've made and what's happening as well, right? Whereas like in Last of Us, it's like I ended up that game and I was like, okay, so I played the entire game, and at the end it's like it wasn't my journey anymore. And yeah, I thought it was in my opinion, I thought it was not cool. It disconnected me from the character, although from like the empathy that I had on the character as well. Like I remember like feeling not empath with the character at the end because of that, because it's like, okay, well, like it was such a turn off for me. Perceived agency. Yeah, that's another way of saying it, yeah. You see my point? That's cool. I thought we were going to have a good old fight. I'm kidding. Look, I also like understand like the point you're making, and like I said at the end, it's in the eye of the beholder, like they say, yeah? And you know what? In the end, it's still for me like one of the greatest game, greatest story, and everything. I can get over that like that part. It's not like tarnishing like my experience like to the point that I'm like, oh, the game sucks. But it's like I feel like if they gave you like some choices, they could have also do a couple of things in the second one about the choices you make and what it like gives you. I don't know. And it's like, just imagine if like they have to create two different stories depending on the choices you make, but just imagine if like the choices that you make always end up like being like a shitty thing or whatever. Like it just makes it so tragic. It's like, oh yeah, you want to see like the good ending or the bad ending or whatever, right? And it's like, oh my god, I don't know which one's the best one. After all. I don't know. I'm no game designer. Man, doing cat ears. I'm actually the complete opposite. I was fine with the game, but not the show. In the show, it didn't make sense that Joel had the skills to do all of that. What do you mean? That it doesn't make sense he had all the skills? Like, they kind of like insinuate from the beginning that he's like he's a marksman. I mean, I'm not saying I disagree. Maybe I've overlooked this part. It's just it didn't like it didn't shock me. So I'm curious to know, like, in the show. Well, yeah, I'm like I didn't watch the whole thing. I joined my friends midway. Well, I think it's something that they would have like covered like at the beginning. Like they kind of like make it like obvious that he's kind of like I don't remember how though, but so maybe I'm kind of like maybe I'm full of shit. But as far as I remember, they show his resourcefulness pretty early in the show. Hey man, I'm having difficulty with those frickin' ears. We're kind of like adding all those details just makes it so like noisy and stuff. I feel like I need to kind of like tone down the things. I mean, with the color and everything, the attention is going to be on the eyes, so plus like the ears are gonna have like all the shadow and stuff, so I should like be like so rigid with this either. I have like 2 or 3 references of a Sphinx cat in their ears, and they all feel like different. So it's kind of like I have to commit to maybe like one of them. I think I'll go with that for the moment because I'll never see the end of it. That's a good tune right there. I'm actually like been really into like funk lately, and so yeah, I really like that kind of jam. It's funny, it feels like it stopped. Like there's a band that I really love. It's Ninja Sex Party, and the the singer does some like featuring for another band called Twerp, TWRP, and man, they got some pretty cool like funky jams right there. Do you spend do you spend a lot of time gathering several references? I always happens to me that I pretty much copy one reference and then get some more reference, then sculpting, adding, and suddenly my sculpt looks like that second reference. It tells me that I don't really understand the form, but it's just stupidly copying stuff. Well, I mean, it's kind of like it's an exercise by itself to be able to just like gather a few references and just to do like the synthesis of them, just like figuring out like what's like the thing that comes back. But at the same time, it's I mean, just being aware of that you're doing that is already the first step to kind of like work on it to work on it afterwards. But it's totally natural, because it's kind of like looking at like back muscles. There's so many layers for the back that the back itself has so many like states depending on like the movement, this and that, and like the slightless movement can change a lot. So it's kind of like some studies are going to be harder than others for sure, and it's totally normal. And at some point you have to kind of like like just go through like those kind of like frustrations and everything, and just the fact that you're aware of it, it's like I said, it's already a sign that like you've did some progress towards that. So just give yourself some time. Enjoy the experience of discovering this as much as you can. Yeah, they don't really have tear ducts, eh? When you look at it. I guess that it means that cats don't cry. Gonna give some thickness around the eyes. I'm gonna flatten. Alright, let's see the correction that I did around the nose. Yes. Improvements. Woo! That's something else, eh? Just create layers, you'll see like the change that you did, if it's actually good or not. And there some, you know what? More often than others, also what ends up happening is I just like turn the layer to 50%. If I'm like, oh, I'm not sure if I like this one or this one better, sometimes I just like play with the slider, and sometimes it's like, oh, you know what? It's kind of like good the way that I did it. It's good to hear that from you. Well, you know, it's I'm always more than happy to share my wisdom. I feel like a douche saying that I have wisdom, but whatever I have, if I can actually share the information and help you on your journey, you know what? I'm more than happy to do it. Doing 3D is such a time-consuming thing, and I need to find ways to fill the void, fill the blanks of me not talking. So anytime I can actually share my knowledge, I'll be happy to do it. And just wait that I add all the wrinkles. it's gonna really change like the look of this guy. Like I'm thinking there is a possibility that I might need to like tone down on the wrinkles to actually keep the feel that I have right now for the character. Or maybe I'll prefer the other feel. We don't know. We'll see. Oh, before, yeah, no 3D. Don't understand what you were saying there, sorry. Okay, let me guess what language it is. I don't think that's Spanish. Is it possible that it's Portuguese? Maybe. Maître sur les cours à ne pas manquer. Ah, ben merci pour la traduction. Thanks for the translation. My pleasure. What's the language? Google Translate says Portuguese. Yeah, I guessed it. Awesome. I feel super smart when I can guess a foreign language. You know, I'm actually not bad also at like recognizing different Asian dialects also. Like, and that makes me feel smart. And the charade continues. I actually went to Portugal like 3 years ago or something. I think it was my last trip before I became a dad, and also before COVID. Actually, that's not true. My last trip was in Paris, but I often go there because I have friends and stuff and business and whatnot. So this was my first trip in my last trip in a new place, I should say. Man, that song is really good. Yeah, this kind of like metal electronic. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was categorized as rock electronic, so I'll remember that if I want more of it next time. Man, if I was to play that kind of music all day, I actually would need to do my stream with like a fedora and a striped vest. Tu pourrais faire un voyage à Quebec City. Madzi, I'm actually coming to Quebec City. Wait, I'll tell you the dates. Actually, you know what? Come and ask me on Facebook or something. Because I don't know how much time I'm gonna have and stuff, right? But we're gonna drop real quick there on our way to New Brunswick during the summer. I think like in May or something, so no promises, right? But I'm just saying we can at least coordinate, check it out. Do you know Sun Project? They make pretty old school psychedelic trance with metal riffs. No, I don't know that actually. This just turned into Jazz Soirée. I did. Sun Project, I'll try to remember that. Also Dark Synth is a great genre, something like Perturbator. Oh, well, I love Perturbator and Carpenter Brute. I love those for sure. It's my jam. Yeah, I love Perturbator. I just realized it's been a while that I actually listened to that though. Pretty hard to see under all those wrinkles what really the shapes are. Is that like Halloween music? Right, it's called Hunted Memories. If I hear another one that my music is redundant after this playlist I'm doing right there, I'm gonna be mad. I'm running the gamuts of emotion. That's like pirate music. Oh, it's called Restless Sea. Alright, they're adequate in their titles slash styles. Man, that kind of like string section like this is like instantly like pirate. And also like the rhythmic drums like this. Whatever that kind of drum is, like timpani or whatever it is. My music knowledge is pretty far. Do I want to have those neck thing going further up the mouth? I should almost play a game and it's like I have to guess what's the title of the song, or if like there's going to be a certain thematic. Does it happen to you that you begin with high frequency detail and then figure out what your mid frequency is still not right? I imagine it's pretty hard to not get distracted by all the high frequency detail in those cats reference. I always work on big frequencies, and then I go to lower frequencies. When I do. Sometimes in the higher frequencies, I'll like do like the small and then go back to like some lower. But like saying that like I do like oops, kind of like lagged there. Oh, I have a lot of space down there that I should actually fill. I just realized. Thanks for the follow, by the way. I'd say that like I really don't have a problem when I'm doing like the details of things to sometimes like put some high frequency detail and to actually like go to some lower frequency and fill the blank per se, but it's like there's a degree to that, like where it becomes like a problematic to do it this way, you know? Like when I'm doing like the face like this, like I feel like I really have to get like a lot of the low frequencies right before adding any like details and stuff. Like for example, like adding the wrinkle, the pores of like the skin, which I probably won't do on this character. But if I was to do that without doing like the wrinkles first, that would kind of like be a mistake.
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot him in the head.
That's some cool music right there. A lot of attitude. Tude music. Alright, that's cool. So let's check before and after. There we go. So shapes are better. Pretty much get like all the shapes there that I need, I think. I fucked around with the ears a lot. That part sucked. But yeah, maybe I'll just check the back of the head real quickly, and then it's Wrinkle City. I don't really have references for the back of the head. I'm just gonna wing it. I love them standard. Sometimes it's just like a bit too strong, the intensity. Sometimes I want to do kind of like some kind of like lower. I just want to dig with like a lower intensity. I just want to create like a depression in the shape, so I just bring the intensity of the brush down. Find that's maybe something that like sounds obvious, but I think I figured that out like a bit later to kind of like always gauge like the intensity of your brush to see if it actually would create like kind of like a more desired effect. That song looks like Batman. Alright, let's see the back of the head. Yep, that's better. Yeah, that's better. There we go. There's our little kitty. I'll just like bake everything into one thing. And yeah, let's go for Wrinkle Town. I'll just save that into another file. Alright, that's gonna be something to figure out exactly how to do all of that. No? I guess what I'm trying to say is I feel insecure about what I'm about to do. I think I'll have to maybe draw a little bit of them. Maybe I'll erase it afterwards, because, yeah. That's another good song. I got some reference of like some extra wrinkly Sphinx cat over here, so and some that are actually like much less. So I think I'm really going to just like use the one with a lot of wrinkle. That's kind of like a mapping of like how they wrinkle, and then I'll judge like how much I really want wrinkles. I'll have to also like work in non-symmetry because those wrinkles are really gonna show in symmetry. It looks exactly like you. Are you a cat? No, sir. And it's a mess down there. Thanks for the follow. That is superhero music 100%. The title is Adventure. Starting to look gross down there. Starting to look like tribes. No way, you guys made models for all those games on your site. Yep, we did. That's what we do. We've been doing this for a long time now. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. And there's some pretty cool stuff coming as well. Soon we'll be able to show the renders we did for the renders for all the models we did for Dead Space. So that's going to be a cool addition to the portfolio. Can't wait to show this one actually. Did I do the wrinkles too big on this part? I guess I did. Maybe that's why it's like it looks so weird. So you get hired by so many game studios to model? Yep, that's what we do. We're an outsourcing company. Amongst other things, for sure. We have lines of we have collectible lines. We have product. We have for tutorials and whatnot. But yeah, no, there's it's our primary, not mandate, but our main import is yeah, character outsourcing for video games. Ugh, I'm really not feeling the neck part now. I think I'll actually how many are you at your studio? Like about like 50, 60, I'd say. So like you see, like those lines already work better. I think I'm just gonna try to add like a bit of like kinks in it. But you don't do all of the models for the games, right? Do the studio hire multiple companies like yours to work on the same game? I'm... What? No, that was... I mean, often there's many outsourcing companies involved in one game, yeah. I mean, for Dead Space we did the biggest majority of the characters, which is we're pretty proud of. But like, they had to hire people for other things. Environment, for example, and all that stuff. Like, we do mainly characters. Maybe the pinch brush is good for taking out the thickness of some wrinkles. Well, I see what you mean, but it would kind of like be hard to like also just like sculpt what's in between the wrinkles afterwards. So that's what I'm like hesitant of like using the pinch brush, to be honest. Some to do rely only on outsource, others just want a few models. Yeah, exactly, like Pari Fifu said. Someday I want to move to Thailand and work for you. That's my dream. It will only take like 10 years, I guess. You want to move to Thailand or move from Thailand? Because our company pretty much like hires like from almost everywhere in the world now. See, those wrinkles already work so much better. It's a good thing that I give myself the chance to change my mind about this. Like, I didn't go like too far with those as well. Like, if I would have gone like further, it would have been harder to just go back on my steps. But that makes me think of the Donkey Kong 2 opening theme. If people remember that song, it's a pretty good song. Oh, you want to move to Thailand, living in Germany like right now? Okay. I will apply for your company if there are open position. I'm very experienced. I've done half of the Blender donut tutorial. Or you can always send your portfolio, yeah. I mean, if it's a nice donut. Maybe it's gonna be the most beautiful donut I saw. Yao Lawrence. Hey. Anyway, that character looks dope. Well, thanks. Much appreciated. It's not like everywhere that they have wrinkles as well, so you have to kind of like be conscientious about this. I'd like to finish the head before, at least like a first pass of wrinkle before calling it done for the day, and because I'd like to have like this like certain level of like finish on the head. Then the arms next stream maybe. That little voice thing looks like the main theme of White Lotus a little bit, without this staccato thing. I love the main theme of their of that show, White Lotus. What's the least amount of pieces to have in the portfolio before applying when quality is really good overall? Oh, good question. I'm gonna go with 3. I have no idea. But I'm going with 3. This is my final answer. It's 1 is kind of like, oh, it could be a fluke. 2, it's like, oh, okay, he's somewhat constant in his in his quality, and 3 is like, okay, no, it's three times the charm. See, I think once again I did a mistake and the wrinkles are too big. Ah. Let's try to see if I can salvage this. Ah, looks weird. I think I gotta stop to do those kind of like, they look too much like intestines. Oops. What's the playlist? Any playlist link for music? I can always just write that down here. I don't know if it's gonna work. Maybe just shorten the link because I've added some filters and I think they show in the link there. Will you Dynamesh the head at some point again, or will the geo be sufficient enough for all those wrinkles? Oh no, it should be enough. You see, already what I just did right there is like much better. I wonder how far those wrinkles go. Let me see if I can get that answer. And I found my answer. Hey, thanks for the follow. In your opinion, Dynamesh is always the way to go, Pete. Well, you know what? Maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. Alright, like so this frequency of detail seemed to be so it seems to be good. I'll add some like volume to some of the wrinkles now. Not everywhere though, really where like I feel like there's enough like pressure to create that effect. Oh. Because you learn from the best. Are you making those wrinkles on the back up, or do you have reference for that? No, I just went to go get a reference. Oh, my son just came back from daycare. I can hear him. I'll probably take care of the bottom of the polishing that part later. Well, actually, there's I'm probably gonna actually do a final polish pass on the skin like at another point, because or you know what, maybe for the exercise of like doing something really quickly, I'm just gonna like leave it to that. We'll see. Like, it feels like I'm going through the motions a lot right now, and like normally I would need to just like maybe like lay off this part and come back to it later to see if it's like what's still relevant to fix. Like staying on the one thing for like too long sometimes is not really the best thing. All right. So yeah, I guess that this could actually like be considered done for the moment. Actually, maybe one thing. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be okay for the moment. Yeah. So we will just need to finish the arms and then the mechanical arms, which I will add right now to the screen. Boom. And yeah, awesome, great. Yeah, it's advancing. There we go. It's advancing. Yeah, let me save this. All right, so cool. Thanks for joining in this week again. Sorry about last week. Like I said, very busy, very busy. But yeah, I mean, and I love doing this. I'm really happy that everybody came to check that out. And yeah, I'll try to do it next week again. That would be great. Yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah, it's gonna be like hard to always like do it because like there's renovation around my house all the time. Like this morning there was like drilling and sawing outside of my house like for the entire day. So I don't know if like I want to do like a stream where there's so much like noise in the background. We'll see. But yeah, I'll do my best to do that. And but until like my renovation is done, or at least like the noisy part, just please be patient. And if I don't do it a week, I'll do it another one, and we'll get that guy finished at some point. So yeah, so in the meantime, please enjoy yourself, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week. Take care, everyone.